Down now. Down now. Down now. Down now.
If you hear a beep, 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 we're going to run out of battery, and then we'll just go again. So
Okay.
Put a new battery in.
No problem.
Yeah, man.
Did she give you straws or she forgot? I got them.
I got
We got
straws.
straws.
Awesome. Got straws.
Napkins,
sauce.
we got napkins.
We got that. We got. We got. Thank you so much, Dom, for doing this. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, you guys can call me JR.
JR.
Yeah, JR is good.
JR. Well, nice to meet you, JR.
Pleasure.
For those of you who don't know, we are at nothing on the back. We're at Burger City.
Here you go.
Burger City, East Meadow. We're checking these guys out. This is Dom, one of the owners,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
We don't normally do this with business and stuff like that, but John thought it was a great idea. He loves coming to this place.
I love coming to this place.
He loves coming to this place.
You guys started in 15, 16?
15.
2015.
Yeah, yep.
And what intrigued me about it was you didn't. It seemed like you didn't do like any traditional marketing for it.
Actually, we did none.
Yeah,
No.
it was all
No market.
None.
It was
All
all
organic.
like email and all.
But you know what it was then? It was, well, even now, it's like we realized that print, the older people are reading print.
Right.
So
Right.
we're like, okay. So we were getting a lot of older people coming in anyhow, right? The younger people were all on their phones. You know,
Mhm.
go back 4 years ago, technology moved so quick. But if you go back 4 years ago, everyone on their phones, and we didn't know, like, the people. Is there somebody with a local, like, email list? Like, that's very hard to find. There's somebody. So we made the decision that we were just going to grow organically. At that point, we're like, we really can't find a good people. I should say, we did try with a little bit of print, and it really brought in a lot of older people.
Okay.
And we're like, okay, we're pretty good in that older category anyhow. We want to get, more younger people in here. And we just decided to do, you know what? We said, we were growing anyhow. Not like that, I wish like
Right.
that, but we were growing anyhow. So we're like, you know what? We're at a pretty good pace anyhow. It's not, we're not dipping or anything. We're growing, and I believe firmly, like, you can screw up in business, in any business. you know?
This is true.
It happens to everybody. I've been in a printing business a lot of my career also.
Okay.
So I've learned that, things happen, you can screw up. But one thing can't ever hurt is the quality. That can't
There you
hurt.
go.
Like, you know what? If we get employees don't come in and, maybe we're not as quick as getting the food out as possible, I can kind of live with a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But one thing that can never suffer is the quality.
Well, that's
You know what I
good.
mean?
That's good to hear because, what do you call them? The big burger factories and all this other stuff. I mean, we've seen a lot of people go away from, the McDonald's, not to slander anybody's name or anything like that, but we're seeing more and more like family businesses that, which is a boost, which we want for the economy, right? We want to make sure that, they could survive, and they only survive with us, with the people.
Right.
And so the more you get away from, these, I don't know, these microwave.
Here's what I felt. Okay, I felt that I was watching like the Burger King. My kids were young, so I've been to the McDonald's, the Wendy's, the Burger Kings, the Sonics, all of them, right? Okay. Then in the last couple of years, you've seen Danny Myers from Shake Shack, okay, come out with Shake Shack.
Yep.
And then you've seen Five Guys, maybe Five Guys first, then Shake Shack, and then you've seen Smash Burger,
Right.
and then you've seen some of the other ones, And those are all the fresh burger market people,
Right.
Then there's the little sneaky ones like All American and Massapequa.
Right. All American. Okay.
And believe me, I brought my kids there countless amount of times. And then you have In-N-Out in California,
There you go.
right? Okay. So I said, you know what? In the burger space, there's a little slice, I think, available where we could be the McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King market price-wise,
Okay.
but give the fresh burger, okay,
Which is, by the way, right.
Thank you. It gives the fresh burger at the same price as they do. They kind of got complacent.
Okay.
Now, what most people even forget is that forget the fresh burger, right? Is the fresh bun. Because a lot of these franchises, they get their buns in, they're frozen.
Yeah.
and you don't have. If you ever take a bread, you defrost it,
just-
and you put it starts to fall
Correct.
apart. Now that I said it to you, next time you go in, you're gonna go. This isn't that soft and
Yeah, you
fluffy.
don't get that sponge. You know.
Yeah, you
This,
don't get
this
that.
is this is the kicker for me. This is what made me say I'm coming back here. It was the bun. It was the fresh potato roll. It was just it leaves. I don't want to get all like blah blah blah, but again, there's a satiated feeling you have
Yeah.
when you taste this burger. It's not like you tasted a burger that you went to a place to get. This almost tastes like a burger you put back on the grill and you did it at the house yourself.
Yeah, and what also okay. So there's big franchises, right?
Yep.
Like I said, and I get why they have to keep them frozen, and I get it because
You got to get it here.
they got to get it here, so
Right.
they have to do that. Okay, so but if you observe In-N-Out in California, because I'm pretty much probably more of a businessman than I am a restaurant person.
Okay.
Right? Okay, if you understand their model, it's kind of like they grew from the West, and people say, why don't you come out to the East? Because they know they can't keep quality.
You can't
Yeah.
keep. Yeah.
But they can grow like this slowly across the country.
Mhm.
But they're not. And why? Because they do not sacrifice any quality at all. They have control over it.
Right.
They're not franchised.
Mhm.
They're privately held.
Privately
In fact, the woman who owns it, I just think she made the Billionaires Club. So they're doing something right, and I understand why now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you just can't keep that control by dropping all over because they stay fresh.
Right. Sometimes growth is too fast. You can grow too fast.
Yeah,
and outgrow.
that's as scary as growing slow. Because if you
Right.
grow too fast, people you're not servicing the people right. You're disappointing them on the quality because you can't keep up.
Right.
With it. I look back over the 4 years and I say, you know what, our growth was really good because it was super controllable.
Right.
It wasn't like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Or it still is. It
Right.
still is a nice slow growth, which allows us to pay attention and keep everything. And you can see we don't diverse too much. Very rarely you see we had anything new on the menu.
Mhm.
We don't want to be everything to everybody.
Right.
But we want to go when they bring up burgers. People bring up burgers. They're gonna go, oh shoot, Burger City.
Let's
We
go
know
there.
they're good.
I know
We
that.
know they're fresh. We know that meat's fresh. We know that buns are fresh. You know what I mean?
That's the thing too. Is like when you have a like the White Castle. Everybody knows what it is, but you know what you're going for. You know
Exactly.
what you're going there
Exactly.
for.
Exactly.
And I know what I'm in for, and even the before and after, I know. But
exactly.
you know
I got you.
exactly.
I hear
You know
you.
exactly what you're
Yeah.
going for.
Yes.
And
How long did it take you to get to the quality that you wanted? From the time that this is what we're doing to the point where you says I like the quality of the product that we're putting out.
Pretty much, actually, like right from the first day, I picked a great meat purveyor.
That's what
I have to also tell you, and I won't mention any names. I had to leave him.
okay.
I didn't want to leave him,
Right.
but he was becoming a little inconsistent to me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And when I would ask him questions, he would kind of sometimes blame it on his employees.
That's no good.
And I'm like, listen, you got your problems, I got mine.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, but the buck stops at somewhere.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
gotta stop at you.
yeah, you never, there wasn't ever a time I held up a check for you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It was always, he got his due. I never, never did that.
Right.
But I said to him, and it wasn't really getting better. So I'm like, okay, no problem. And I have a guy now out in Hunts Point Market.
Okay.
And I went to go visit his plant, and he does about $13 million in just chutney.
Wow.
Okay, huge plant, huge facility.
Wow.
I sat with him. We went over a blend because there's different kind of parts of the meat that you need.
Okay.
I went over a blend with him, and he has super consistency. This is not like he's not doing my other guy. Listen, and I'm not going to mention any names. I'm just going to say
for sure.
He does chicken, he does lamb, he does pork, he does this. This is all he does.
This is all he does.
Yeah, and I spent 2 days out there. One day just to go visit him, then a second day to really stay in it and observe everything. And he has a rotoflow system, which makes the meat from curling up, and he has great systems in place. So once I was in, I spent the day. I said, "This is where I need to be." You know what I mean? I got
That's
it.
smart. Yeah.
I got it now. This is
But it's
like,
smart that you took the I get it. I mean, you're in the burger business. You got to have some knowledge. If you can't just blame everything on the factory.
Yeah, no.
And put it on their shoulders, and it's your name, your brand.
Yes.
And so, what John said before, the marketing side of it is all based on the consistency and what you give the customers. I mean, you can't tell a customer, hey, this week not so good. The burgers get chicken. You know.
No. No, that's that.
Hey, this week not
in
so
today in today's world, believe me, they get on Yelp
and they go
instantly.
instantly.
Even you guys, okay?
Mhm.
When things go bad, when something goes bad, people want to get it off their chest. They want it right. When
Yeah.
things go right, they're supposed to go
They're
right.
supposed to go right,
So,
right.
so with the good reviews, I treasure them because those people don't really have to write them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's supposed to really be that way. And we get a lot of really good reviews, which I'm thrilled over.
Sure,
you
yeah.
know? And I mean, we just recently had a mom, and the mom brought him home, and the baby's in the high chair, and the mom goes, "What do we eat?" And the baby goes, "Burger." To me, out of anything I did here, okay, that to me was the coolest thing ever.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like even a mom
Mhm.
had took the time out
Uh-huh.
to do that and then send it to us. You know what I mean? So,
Beautiful.
but when things are wrong, believe me, today's world they get right on
Yeah.
that Yelp and they'll write you up quicker than you can imagine. So,
You said when you looked at the burger market, you said you saw a sliver
yes,
that was there, in which you can provide fresh food at a certain cost.
Price point.
hmm
How do you know that? I mean, because it seems like you've been almost like a serial entrepreneur. Like you
pretty much.
go from
Yeah,
business to business to
Yeah.
business, and it
How-
seems that it takes an eye to see that. Like everybody wouldn't see that,
yeah.
but you saw that.
I seen it and I said to myself, I don't want to be in the price category of the Shake Shacks, of the Five Guys, of any of those, fresh smash burger. Because if you really look at their prices, they're probably double ours.
Yeah.
So the average family is going to go in there.
This is
The average family is going to go in there and spend like $40-something. Where they're going to come here and spend $20-something. And I got to tell you, if you read our reviews, I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
If you read our reviews, you'll see that families will come in here and they'll write, they came in there with $25, and as good as Shake Shack,
Right.
as good as some of the other ones,
yeah.
So you're right. So at some point, I got to say to myself, okay, can I sell it at this price point, and can I make money? And the answer is yes, but you need to do a certain amount of volume.
right.
You know what I mean? So now
So in your head, you have a number to hit every day.
I got to hit a number every day,
Every
right?
day,
Because I'm selling a really good product at a really very affordable price.
Yeah.
Okay. Where these guys can sell half of what I sell and still make money because they're double my price. So I would say we're averaging, I don't know, somewhere 400 or 500 people a day. Not from day one.
Right,
So
right.
in the beginning, it took us a longer period of time because we weren't doing these numbers to get our money back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're way past that now, but my point is that took time. Okay.
Right.
And now, like I said, people know, and we're still growing. We didn't level off. We're still
Right.
on that slow angle, but we're still growing. Now, I also said this. Okay. I would observe these people, and I would go, they keep cooking the burger in the back.
Right.
And I'm going, and listen, and I'm not knocking Johnny Rockets. I'm not knocking Shake Shack. I'm not knocking any of them because they are good burgers. I mean, Shake Shack gets it from La Frida. I know Pat La Frida. They have a great reputation, and they get a great burger. But why are they taking these beautiful patties of burgers and going against the wall when nobody can see them?
Right.
So I said to myself, a little bit of following a little Chipotle model also,
Okay.
saying to myself, you know what? Let's put the grill in the front. Let's put an observation
See what they're
window.
doing, yeah.
Let these people see these beautiful. So it's not like we're telling them. No, we're not telling you.
Seeing it.
Go
Seeing
look.
it. Right.
Go.
There's some accountability there. Now you have to really uphold to what you're showing. You show the
Exactly.
magic trick. There's no tricks.
Right. There's no tricks.
There's no tricks. Yeah, our secret's our secret.
Right.
Whatever you have.
So if there's a future competitor
Right.
out there who observed what we do, I can't stop that. But
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
Because maybe I'm the first to the market. I don't know,
Right.
but I'm the first one to say to my customers, "Come and look,
Right.
Right.
Come and see.
come and
Right.
see." You know
So
what I
you
mean?
create that perception, and if you put it in the back, you come out with the same product, but now the perception you created when the person just walks in the door is that there's nothing here to hide. Everything is here. As
Right.
good as it is,
Yes.
it's going to be right here, right in front of
And,
you.
and through my windows, you look right in.
Yeah.
So cleanliness here becomes
Becomes
a
key.
major,
Right.
a major issue.
Absolutely.
So we have somebody come in, not every other night, not twice a week, every night. These walls get all wiped down. The hoods get cleaned every night.
Good.
We spend a lot of money in
Clean.
cleanliness, and you can see 4 years later.
It looked like you just opened to me.
Yeah.
I've never been here.
Okay,
He's closer here.
but-
I'm
but it's a
closer to
little
the
over
place.
4 years, and pretty much,
Not bad.
you know what I mean?
It looks great.
Yeah. Now for in here,
Mhm.
I have lots of restraints. Okay, the town of Hempstead's really they're very nice, but there's a lot of rules. So
Got it.
you know we can only expand so much. There's only certain things I can do.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like putting this enclosure on took a lot of approvals
Bunch of approvals, yeah.
to get it done. You know
I
what I
know.
mean? And it's a temporary structure. I can't put up anything permanent.
Right.
So this is probably a nice place to sit and have something to probably 8 months of the year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The other 4,
Inclement
I see some hardy souls come out here, and you know it's
Raise it.
yeah they do.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I mean inside here it's warm. You can sit at a
Yeah.
stool, but out here you can't.
You can't.
know. But,
Yeah.
but you know what? I said I'll take 8 months, then no months.
Then no
Right.
one's. Absolutely.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'll take that because at least you know.
Well, that's the thing. Like like the Checkers of the world and the places that have that old nostalgic feeling.
Mhm.
I kind of get that here. Like you get like the old soda shop, the old
Yeah.
burger shop.
Mhm.
What do you call
Well,
it?
what we tried to do is we tried to take like a little bit of a more modern look
Yeah.
to that same idea.
Yeah.
But just try to make it a little
Yeah.
more fashionable.
No,
you know?
it's a great
No,
aesthetic.
it is a play on nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's a play on
Yeah.
nostalgia because there's, you mentioned another burger spot that's a little bit, further south. It's a nostalgic thing,
Mhm.
and this is, you're going to put yourself in a position to have people say, "Yeah, I took my kids there," and then when those kids get older, when they become teenagers, they're gonna drive by and they're gonna
Exactly.
they're gonna come in here.
Exactly.
So what do you got? 2 locations now? You have
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe about a year ago or so, we said let's open up another one.
okay.
Right. Let's see. But let's try the boroughs.
Okay.
You know, because again, we're still new. We can still play. You
Right.
know? A lot of people would say, let's have this one and have the second one not too far away, which is not a bad philosophy.
Not a bad. Yeah.
But being that we're in New York, let's try. And I'll give you an idea. The population in East Meadow is 38,000. The population in Ridgewood is like 70-something thousand. So almost double.
Mhm.
So I said, okay, let's see. Let's see where maybe growth might be. Again, remember, I'm a businessman also. Okay?
Right.
So let's see where the growth might be a little quicker. Let's give it a try. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So let's give it a try. So we opened up there July 1st.
Okay.
July, August, September, October. So it's been like 4 months now.
Okay.
And we have almost an identical path
Wow.
going. You know, almost an identical, not this, that same exact path.
Right.
We're seeing that week after week, that same growth at the same thing. Remember,
good.
we're bringing in a whole new brand.
Mhm.
You know,
In a saturated market, by
yeah,
the way.
we're not a Chick-fil-A coming in
Right.
where havoc happens
Right.
because they come in. And,
Right.
You know, they I'm sure they didn't have that in their first one.
Right.
Or so, you know what I mean? And they
Right.
built up to that.
They built
so,
up to it, yeah.
so you know what? I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm not. Again, I'll don't get me wrong. I would love to have a line around the corner, but this, like you said, too much growth too fast isn't good, and not enough growth
Not
isn't
enough,
good.
right.
You know, a lot of people believe in business. The philosophy is if you're not growing, you're dying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I would agree with that.
We need to grow. So I'm very happy it's at that pace because for me, until I can have a bigger staff around me,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
That's a good way to grow. Like
It's. I mean, that growth
Well, and
is-
you mentioned you can also pay attention to it.
Right.
When,
Yeah.
when the growth is steady, you can see, okay, we did this and this and this.
yeah,
You can pay attention to your trend. You can pay attention when things happen.
Right.
You just
Things-
go boom.
yeah. Things happening quick. Like
Well,
oh,
Just be a freak out.
You know, like in every business, like we said, is the minute you can't recognize the customer anymore, and it's just a phone call, and it becomes so as established, and it's like a given. That's the day you lose. It's the day you lose.
Exactly.
You lose the pulse. You don't remember. You're just saying hello to everybody just because it's name in the face, and then you don't get that personal. So I do get a neighborhood thing. You know, you feeling it. Do you see the neighborhood changing? Are you from this area, or where did you go?
I'm actually originally from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Like you know, most people my age
Yep.
and generation.
Yeah.
And then you know, you move from Brooklyn to Queens, and then from Queens you go to Long Island.
Yeah.
So you know, if you're deep in Brooklyn, you go from Brooklyn, Staten Island,
Staten
to Jersey.
Island,
You know
right.
what I mean?
You go that way.
So I'm the other way. I'm the east way.
Came east.
Right. That's
Yeah.
south. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it.
So
Yeah.
but since my kids are born and my oldest son's 31, Gerard, I think someone spoke to Gerard, right?
Yeah, John reached
Yes.
out to him. Yeah.
We've been out here, so I'm very, very familiar. So for a long time, I've been observed. Okay, a few things, right? Okay, I had this great idea. Also, remember, I'm in a whole nother business.
Right.
Okay, I'm actually in the printing business.
Right.
Okay, so this is kind of
So,
like
like L&M and all those guys and all
Yeah.
the printing guys. And,
Yes.
I have a t-shirt business, so I know the printing
Oh.
side of it.
Right. Okay. So I've been observing this location, and lots of things I loved about it in the beginning. First of all, there's a Home Depot, which was open, which is not open, but CarMax is coming there.
Oh.
They already broke ground.
Oh, that's
so-
what they're doing.
Yeah, they're going to
CarMax, okay.
2/3 of it's going to be a CarMax. 1/3, I'm not sure yet, but so I'm kind of happy that Stu Leonard's came. I'm kind of thrilled about the shopping center filled in, also a few vacancies. Then there was this collapsed building, right? So I said, okay, if I'm going to experiment, I'd like to find a spot where it's not going to cost me a fortune in rent.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And the management company was willing to work with me
That's good.
on the little building. The town also was very helpful. And at some points, you know, like you can't break their rules, but they were very
Right.
helpful. And I said, okay, this is not bad. Building needed a ton of work. Still going to cost a pretty penny, but you know what? Once I got that done, I know with the rent I have, it's going to be very sustainable. I'll be able
So you'll
to.
be able to manage
I'll
that.
be able to manage that.
In your head, you already had a financial plan
yes,
figuring
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
Even though the
Yeah.
business wasn't even. Did you build the business yet? Did it? Or it was an idea?
Well, no, it was an idea, but I always had mine in the spot because look at the parking.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
look at the visibility.
Absolutely.
You know what
As
I
soon
mean?
as I was like, where am I going? As soon as I turned the car, I was
Yeah,
like,
we put
oh,
incredible signage on the outside
Love it.
so
That's
that
great.
let people know we're here. You know, somebody was kidding me, say a pilot from JFK might land here by accident. You know, but I don't care. I know one thing: we got the brand, we got the name out there.
That's right.
And
That's
they,
right.
and they know where we are. It's not like it's a great place, but let me tell you how to get there. No. They're gonna go. Just go in the shopping center. You'll find
You'll
them.
find it. You'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find them. They're like right in the middle with tons of parking. So it was a spot that I always had my eye on. But who also had their eye on this spot was Sonic.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, if you go back and you put in 1900
Yeah.
Hempstead Turnpike and you put in Sonic, you'll see they kept trying to fight it. But the problem with Sonic here was you see how Sonic is, right?
that
You
wrap
pull up.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, so all these other tenants
They
in
would've
here,
lost.
they were like, wait a minute. You're taking
all
all our spots. So Sonic fought this for 2.5 years, spent over $250,000 and trying to fight it, and they lost.
Ooh.
Once they lost, finally I got a phone call back from the
Really?
landlord. Yeah, he says,
Oh.
you know that
You're up.
that little dilapidated building,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? You still have interest in it? I'm like, yeah, of course I do. But
That's love. That's great.
but we couldn't do anything until the Sonic deal was completely
Right.
finished. Because listen, honestly, anybody, would you want me or Sonic?
Right.
Sonic.
I think the
don't even-
proven track record.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime.
What do you want me for?
Yeah.
But so that was kind of my opportunity. I got the phone call. I'm like, oh, okay, great. I think because it was a time that I kind of wrote it off. I kind of wrote off the idea.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, damn, because this was such a great spot, and I didn't want to find a first spot and fail. Because if you fail in the first one, there is no second.
There is no second one.
You know what I mean?
So you mean the location gave you more inspiration? You were inspired more by the location.
I know. I always knew from In-N-Out California and All American in Massapequa.
Gotcha.
I always knew there was a market for the affordable, fresh burger
I would agree.
thing, but I knew you had to do volume.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had to find a spot that people didn't have to hunt and go find. You know what I mean? I had to find that spot.
Good job. It's right in the middle. Smack dab. I mean, this is great. Yeah.
Exactly. I also get a lot of people, like when we first opened here, there's, which is recently new, Garden Social in the
Yes.
corner, which are the nicest guys ever.
What is it?
But there was a
Rich.
nightclub,
Oh.
Garden Social, yeah. Really, good story for you guys, too. There's 3 guys that went to grammar school together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
All
Yeah,
right.
actually, really, really, really nice guys.
Nice.
So anyhow, there was a bar back then there, and there was a nightclub and another nightclub here. But I don't want to stay past 10 o'clock. Because for me, I like the soccer moms. I
That's
like
it.
the families.
Yeah.
I like the clean reputation. So I said, you know what? 10 o'clock's our limit. We're not going to go past 10 o'clock. And they begged me, can't you stay open later? Do you know how much business you're missing? I'm like, I actually don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have such a
It's a
good
different crowd.
reputation.
Right.
You know, listen, they say after midnight nothing good happens.
Nothing good happens.
So I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? I want to stay 2
Smart
hours
move.
away from this.
Smart
Yeah.
move because it brings drama.
I don't.
And then it's you coming here and somebody night shift manager, guys working
And
late.
then something happens on Channel 12 News, and people go, this guy got stabbed there, or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to have any of that. So pretty much, 10 o'clock is our time. Sundays actually 9 o'clock. Tonight will be 9 o'clock,
Okay.
and
That's
that works for us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, the area is your traffic. I mean, the area is your traffic. You got the supermarket. You got the stores in the area. So the area is your traffic. I mean, you probably get a lot of people in here just simply doing their own thing by the day and says, "Let's stop and get a burger."
Yeah. Oh no, we do. We have a lot of
I mean,
repeat
that's what it
customers.
seems like to me. This is hey, I got errands to run, and I get something nice, a good quality burger.
Well, also a nice little spot for us also is Hofstra.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's where
Hofstra
he
University down the block.
That's where
Yeah.
he lives.
Yeah, Hofstra, and then Nassau Community.
Nassau Community.
Yeah, we get them. But I can also tell you, over the years, I've seen a real change in Hofstra, meaning that if you go back 10 years ago, that was a local commuter school.
Right.
Now kids come in there,
They come from
and I
all
talk to all of them. I go, "Hey, where you from?" One guy tells me Cyprus. I go, "Avenue?" He goes, "No, the country."
The countryside.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I go, "Where you from?" San Diego. Where you from? Kansas City. Where you from? Chicago. I go, "How do you wind up at Hofstra?"
here?
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
well, Hofstra's got a great program for this.
Right.
So I've seen over the last 10 years, Hofstra do a complete 180.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like
that's good though.
the
That's
law
what you
school
want.
and everything else about
The law
it.
school, the medical school.
So now I'm seeing freshmen come here and they're going, "Oh yeah," a lot of the seniors were telling us, Burger City's up the block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and then once they find their way, they tell the next
So you got a
New-
feeder.
new
So
group
it's
of
like
kids.
They get grassroots. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, organic. True,
Yeah.
true organic marketing.
true organic.
Because you have good product. That's what it is.
We also see a little bit of an upswing every time the Islanders play at home,
No, this is gonna be great.
which kills us because because now they're in Brooklyn
Yep.
most of the time.
Yeah.
But we do see an uptick, and I know the guys over at Chipotle down the block.
Yeah.
They also see a big uptick when the Islanders play at home.
Yeah, of course.
So it kind of kills me that
They move.
they don't play at home much anymore.
Yeah, they'll get something there. Something.
No,
They
they-
got the new
aren't they-
casino coming.
Aren't
You
they
got
doing
the-
that thing at Elmont?
Belmont.
They're doing a thing
Yeah.
at Belmont.
Yeah.
Belmont.
And you know
Yes.
what? And maybe with all going on there at Belmont when they transition it into more of a casino, maybe there we might be a fit somehow
Okay.
in that area. You know, I have realtor scouts that are out every day, but I'm like, listen, let me get Ridgewood off the ground first.
Right.
You know what I mean, I want to be a little comfortable before we consider a third spot somewhere.
Well, then that means you know you can pack and go. Like you can try this. You know that you can move around and try it at another market if the demographics fit.
Remember, we were here
Location.
4 years before we opened Ridgewood.
Wow.
So it was like, we really wanted to make sure this was really
Real.
where we wanted to be. And that was really good spot. So pretty much it took us 4 years, but we're comfortable now.
Good. Oh, I love
We're
it.
comfortable.
This is
Maybe
great.
the next one might only take 2 years from now before we decide to do another one to really make sure Ridgewood's,
So in the long run, is this forever? Is Burger City here to stay? Is it?
Well,
is
put it this way. I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Okay. My oldest son, Gerard, who you spoke to,
Yeah.
he's an attorney,
Okay.
and his future wife he's also an NFL agent.
Oh,
He
okay.
loves his career.
Loves his career.
I'm on the phone. Dad, I gotta go. I got a Pittsburgh Steeler on the phone. You know what I mean? Yeah. My middle one's a cop.
Which is what my daughter's studying. She's
She's
studying.
He went to the University of Miami and he went in their sports management program and then interned for the Florida Panthers, where he met someone who worked for the New York Jets.
That's how
And
it
then when the
goes.
Jets overstand, he worked for the Jets for a year. And then I was actually worried that he wouldn't go to law school. I'm like, and he kind of made his own decision that he wanted to go to law school because he kind of felt like being an agent. You don't have to be an attorney to be an agent,
Right.
but it doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt. That's
You know-
what I tell my daughter all the time. It's
Yeah,
like
when some young player makes the decision to pick you as his agent and you happen to be an attorney.
double-edged sword. You guys.
Exactly. Kind of felt that was a straight fit. So I don't know how much interest he has in jumping in.
Jumping in the business. Yeah,
I'm not
that's my
really sure.
question. Is
He's
it gonna-
extremely helpful for me with, again, at my age, he's extremely helpful with Uber Eats.
Yeah.
With DoorDash.
Yeah.
With Grubhub.
Yeah.
With all the apps.
Yeah.
And so is his future wife, Jill. They're tremendous,
Mm-hmm.
In fact, in Ridgewood, they picked the new system for me.
Okay.
They really
So that it would
besides
integrate with
attorneys
everything.
and agents, they can
Savvy.
be POS consultants.
Nice.
They really understand. They really understand the POS system,
Which can be
integrated with all the new apps and all the new services.
Yeah.
They're really tremendous. I wish I was a little better at it, but I
but
try.
that's what a grassrooted business is, where you have
Yeah.
the right components and the people that you don't always have to be. You don't always have to know everything. You just have to know the people you pick to do it.
To
in
know
control,
everything.
To
Yes,
know
exactly.
what they know and compartmentalize their
And,
strengths.
and some of the younger kids, they'll just pick on it very. He'll call them or come and see them,
Yeah.
and they'll get it, and they'll
right away.
right away.
Right away.
Yeah. So we have great kids here. That
Good.
just, you know.
How was that transition? Doing the thing, doing the DoorDash and doing the Uber Eats and
Well, you know, it's like everything else, you know? It's like we started here 2 years ago with Uber Eats. Did moderate amount of money a week. Now we do very good money.
Yeah.
The biggest concern for us was we tried here Grubhub.
Okay.
And the problem with Grubhub was we get the order comes in. I don't know if you guys know how
Yeah,
it works.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. We have 3 little like
Round
iPads.
tables. Oh, okay.
iPads right at the register.
Yeah.
One. Well, here we have 2. Here we just have DoorDash and Uber Eats, right? And we tried Grubhub. The problem was the order would come in. Okay, so once it comes in on the little iPad,
Yep.
my person puts it into the register,
Okay.
which then puts it on the screens and production starts. Right?
Right.
They start making the burgers. The problem is once we finish it, Grubhub wasn't showing up for 40 minutes.
Wow.
So we're like, okay, this is we obviously call Grubhub.
Yeah.
And then what we learned to realize is this is not there's not enough Grubhub drivers.
Right.
Where Uber,
Yeah,
oh my
everyone's-
God,
they just
when
activate
an
everyone.
order goes in for Uber, the guy's here before we're
before
finished.
you're
Yeah.
done.
They're
Just
amazing. And believe me, I'm not knocking Grubhub, okay?
Yeah.
Because Grubhub's really good in the boroughs.
Yeah.
And they're really good in Manhattan.
In Manhattan. Yeah.
So I'm learning is that,
They're good from the door. They're good from door to door.
yeah.
yeah,
They're good from like this building to that building.
yeah, but they're terrible when it gets behind the wheel. Here, maybe in other parts of the country they're better. I don't know, but it didn't work for us.
Yeah.
Nobody wants their
It's all,
food.
it's all location wise. It's a matter of who's in the area running around. You know, the thing
Yeah.
with Uber Eats
But-
is these
but-
guys are everywhere.
We were very fair to Grubhub. It wasn't like this. We tried for a month.
Yeah.
We were throwing food
That's
away.
understandable.
We were trying to make new food because then we were like, okay, maybe we won't make the food until the driver gets here.
right.
You know what I mean? Because we don't want that person home going,
Right.
this is terrible.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Let me remember, even though that's a great service, it's terrible reputation.
And it's terrible for you, right? It's
terrible for us
you.
if people, you know,
Yeah.
maybe pizza or Chinese food you can get away with it. I don't know, but we can't.
Yeah.
We need very, very, very quick.
I could have. This burger was so good. I mean, I devoured it, but I could imagine like real foodies and guys that eat like it fresh. You know, you
Yeah.
like it fresh. You want it.
And you want it hot.
That's the
You
way.
want it hot.
That's the way it came out.
Also, the foil bags that it goes in
Yep.
holds the heat a very long time. This is just not going in paper.
Right.
That's just not aluminum foil. So
Right.
we realized that this bag is the right type of product
hold it.
to hold the heat and keep the bag, but not 40 minutes for the
Right.
driver to get here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Minutes could be a problem, man.
40 minutes could be a problem. I don't care what it's in.
40
you know?
minutes is a problem. Even when I order from like those services, you could see the time and it says under 20. Remember I was telling you the
Right.
other time I was like,
Yeah.
I'm only gonna pick from an under 20 place because
Yeah.
even though I want something that's 40 minutes away, I really don't. You know.
No, you don't, because you know it's not going to be
I
good.
know it's not going to be good. It's
Exactly.
just
So,
not
so
worth the
what
wait.
we did was here we just had to let Grubhub go.
Yeah, it's,
Know what I
it's
mean?
understandable.
In Queens, we love Grubhub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know,
It doesn't work for the location.
It doesn't, and it takes time to figure it out. That was a good question because it really does. That is a little sneaky thing that you have to figure out. Which I also believe this. Like,
Trial and error.
what's your phone?
Both. It's just
No,
Apple and Samsung.
Are you okay?
I'm a two.
You're the rare. What are you?
I'm Apple iPhone.
Okay, and I'll tell you why I asked the question because what I realize is that there's Uber people,
Yeah.
there's Grubhub people,
Yeah. And
there's
DoorDash.
there's DoorDash people, and whatever it is it's not like if we take in another one of those, we're gonna lose
Yeah.
because of that. No, I'm realizing that an Uber Eats person is an Uber Eats person.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Yeah, some people just don't like so
They're
many
comfortable
accounts
with it.
linked up.
because and I'll tell you why. Because I speak to the Uber drivers when they come in, and a lot of them say to me, "Oh my God, you don't know how many orders we go back to the same house."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Not that I ordered that much, but I did have a guy come back and he was like, I was like, you again? And he was like, yep.
yeah, we do. We get
Because of the location.
It's a location.
And I
It's a
ordered from the
location
same,
thing, yeah.
and it's just a location. He was
Is
like,
just the guy that ate your fries.
I thought he ate my
okay.
fries.
Good. That's another good question. You know what we do?
Yeah.
We
With
made
the
a
seal?
sticker up
Seal.
so that if you hand me that bag, I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Now remember, you got fries in it. You want that steam to come out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to be careful. You don't want to close the bag completely.
Yeah.
So we made a little sticker,
Like
a Burger City sticker, goes like that, which still allows that. And
to breathe, you could get some breathe.
okay.
and he can't get in there without ripping the bag apart. You know what I mean? And listen,
That's good. I like that.
yeah, I'm not saying they all do, but
Yeah, they all.
Again,
We firm believers that they all eat the fries. You
yeah.
guys-
So we try to come up with a little clever way to
Right,
these are
maybe
good fries to get.
maybe stop that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
that's good.
you know, I can see the drivers. He's driving. He's
He's waiting. He's not gonna miss 2 fries. What is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Fries?
It's part of the fee.
That's right. Yeah. You know, but what's it's terrible is that person goes home and goes, "What? I paid that much money and I got half a thing of fries."
Right.
So we try to put the seal on it,
Good.
let the steam out of the bag, and hopefully, And you know, too, I kind of go by reviews a lot. We do not get many negative reviews.
It's great.
Yeah.
Great
So-
problem not to have.
Yes,
You know?
it's a pretty good, and some of the ones are valid. We and some of the ones are like, okay, I don't know what they're thinking, but
Do you remember any of the reviews? Most of them? Do you see any of them? And if you were around, you was like, "Oh, I was at the store that day. I kind of know." Or have any of them been memorable like that, where you knew the person, you knew exactly what they were talking about?
On a bad or a good?
Good.
On a good.
Or either.
Yeah, there was actually a family that came from Hofstra
Mhm.
to see their, I think they were from like Ohio,
Okay.
and they were driving back, and the mom said to me that she yelped us, and what she did say is she liked something about our logo because it made it very easy for her to find us.
Okay. The outside.
Before they took their journey home, and and I could have been and knowing they're probably not going to be repeat customers,
Right.
You know what I mean? And I gave them like sample shakes, the vanilla chocolate strawberry, and I let them try it
Okay.
and sample everything. And then, they actually then wrote a nice review and said, "Wow, we spent time with the owner," and he liked. So actually, that was one time where I
So
mean,
you made the connection.
I
It
made
worked,
I
and
made
then
the, I made the connection. I didn't expect them to write it. I didn't even think they were going to write it. I didn't even ask them to write
Right.
anything, but they actually wrote
It's
a really nice thing. So yeah,
There's
that's
still-
nice when it happens.
there's still humans left in the world. I mean,
Yeah.
some people are still really human, and
Yeah.
and
But the
can-
one that gets me most is the mom that was sitting home in the kitchen and
The
the
baby.
baby was in the chair. She broke off little pieces and she was making the baby say Burger City. I'm like, to me, that was all. To me, that
priceless.
was that was all worth it for me.
Priceless.
You know what I mean? I really,
Priceless. So, any advice for any of the new burger chumps coming out? Anybody trying to make it in the burger business?
good luck. No.
Good luck.
No.
Good luck.
Listen. I welcome competition in any field because competition makes you get to the next level.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm sure somewhere along the line, All American Burger, because they are so successful, I'm sure they've had people try to mimic them. And in some aspects, some of what we do mimic them.
Yeah.
We're 4 years in, a little more than 4 years in, and we're going better than ever. So
Nice.
if anyone comes and likes what we do, listen, imitation is the best form of flattery.
Absolutely.
So if somebody comes and they want to imitate us, I'll be flattered over it. It's not going to stop us from doing
Right.
what we do.
Right. You stay the course.
We're staying the course.
So you are going to be here for a while.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
All right.
No,
That's what
no,
I asked.
no,
Are
we're
you
not-
going to be around
No, I'm going to
10
be.
years so the second generation
Oh,
grows up?
absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. And what I also was saying before I was leading with my son, that's the police officer. Maybe when he retires,
Yeah.
towards the end of his career, he might jump in.
Okay.
Those are my two boys. My daughter is an RN
Mhm.
over at LIJ. She actually asks us a lot. Dad, how do we do tonight? And she actually
So she's getting there. She's getting the bug up her. She's getting the bug.
Yeah.
She's getting the burger bug.
But also, she wants to go back to school to be an anesthesiologist. So it's kind of like, I don't know. So as far as my kids go, I think my one that's the attorney, he's a POS consultant. He could be. He has interest, but he's got a great career. My son, that's the category. So so I don't see that as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And for our fans, that's not a piece of shit. That's a point of sale.
Yes, right.
It's not a point. It's not a piece of shit.
Yes.
Some of our fans will think that you said he's a POS.
Yeah. No.
But that is a point of sale.
It's
I'll
point
make
of
that
sale,
clear.
yeah.
I'm in the hotel business.
Which is
so-
very, 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 very confusing.
Yes.
Technology, and there's so much out there, and you know what I mean. You really got to know what works for you.
Yeah, I'm
You
even
know?
seeing now third-party companies coming in and trying to wrap it all up and try to give you a one POS
Yeah.
that fits all the Grubhub. It makes it completely
Yeah.
adaptable.
Well,
to
what's great
others.
about not the one here, but the newer one in Ridgewood, is when you order from Uber Eats or you order
Any one
from
of
there, we don't have the tablets there.
It's
It
one
goes
system.
right into the system, right up on the screen,
Prints out.
and my cashier don't even know it came in.
fully integrated.
Right, fully integrated into our system,
So
our
that's what you
workflow.
want.
Yeah, which is
That's what
That's
you
awesome.
want, burger punks. If you guys trying to compete, you got to stay up with the time.
You gotta stay
What's
with the
the
times.
future of we seen, like you said, Uber Eats and all these transitional stuff. And what's the future next? What's going to happen next? You think drones? are
Well,
gonna be delivering
I
burgers?
read a lot on the quick food service, websites,
Yeah.
and they have
Fast
like,
casual. They call this new category now.
Yeah, and what they're saying there is a lot of growth in us building our own system that people don't have to go to Grubhub, Uber Eats, or go right into the Burger City app
Oh,
and order
buy it
directly.
directly.
Yeah, what I would love to do here too is this, and I have to get permission from the landlord. There's a lot of empty spots along that wall. What I would love to try to do, my next thing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off, is designate, say, 4 spots. Pull up, so you don't have to get out of your car. You can
Okay.
go on a site, you can order your food, and put that the time that you want it.
Right.
And we could say, okay, then pull into number 2, 1,
The
2,
slot.
3, 4
Okay.
later, where you can do that. You'll pull into number 2
That's not
spot.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you don't have to get out of your car.
Yeah.
And we'll take it.
Some curbside, a little
curbside,
on
yeah.
the go.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll never be able to get a drive-thru in this spot.
Right.
I know all the rules from the town.
Yeah.
It'll never happen. I accept it. I'm not going to fight it. But okay, so
I'm not a drive-through guy. I can't. I don't like drive-throughs.
Oh, but
man.
listen, it's huge.
I know.
Is it really?
I know.
Huge.
It's the soccer mom that the 10 kids in the car screaming and yelling.
Yeah,
and
it's-
they can't get out of the car.
I could probably, if I had it here, I could probably do 35 to 40% more business.
Wow.
Okay.
Just from
So,
so,
just from that, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. There's tons
Okay.
of people that don't want to get out of the car.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
like today's probably a great example.
It's a great
of that,
example.
you know?
Yeah.
But,
Pull up.
but
I
I,
like
would
the pull
love,
up
I would
idea.
love to try curbside.
Yeah.
If I get the landlord's permission. And again, it's not like if we're choking for spots here, you
right,
know.
right.
And there's a new management company that took over, so my plea to them is, can you
accommodate me?
Can
Work
you-
with me.
can you accommodate us? Give us 4 spots.
Okay.
And build something where you're gonna go, here's the downside to that, okay? Is again, we make the food, they say 8:00 and they don't show
They
up
don't
to
show up.
8:30. So then I'm thinking, well, is there a way that, because we're pretty quick here. We
Yeah.
can get you in and out of here really
That
quick.
was
Yes.
really quick. What
Yeah.
you made for us there.
Yeah, we can get you in there really quick. So the other half of me is saying, maybe we can tell them, pull in the spot, order, give us like, say,
10 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay.
You know what I mean? And we'll get it back out to you. But please pull back out of that spot so somebody else
else
can.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's not bad. That's not-
Yeah.
Listen, it's like you started the business. There's going to be some growth, some compromise, and a little bit of ways that you just kind of finesse it.
Yeah.
But once you
in theory things sound right, and then when you put them into practicality use, they don't.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a way of experimenting a little bit. It might be a great idea. It might be, it's terrible.
Might be a nightmare.
These people don't show up,
Yeah.
or they get here too early, and they
Yeah.
said this time.
well,
Well, there's a line of people want.
right.
I wanna
More
get-
people want that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
You
never
know,
know.
and then the landlord freaks out. Oh, you got all kind of havoc in the parking lot. You know what I mean? So,
That's a possibility.
So in theory, I've learned that these things sound great,
Yeah.
but when you put them in,
When you put 'em into
practical
practice.
use, they're not really.
Yeah, I think nature has a way of doing things the way it's supposed to. Like it's got to be intuitive. It has to work for people. Too many wait here, pull out, come in, come out. That's too much. It's, people like fluid. They
Yeah.
like the in out.
Then the other half of me says, you know what? I know this works. You order, we can pretty much get you out of here within 5 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you can get your car. So is it that terrible to park right here, come
And walk
in?
inside.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Those are just thoughts that we might play with or not. I don't know.
Well, I like the small menu. I like the very basic, and it's basic. It's practical. It's not overwhelming, and you don't sit here and go, what do I want?
Yeah,
I came
yeah.
here for a burger. I'm either going to get it one way or another.
I do get a lot of this now. People ask me about the Impossible Burger, and
Yeah.
all those new
Yeah, I was going to say with the
organic
future wise.
plant-based
Yeah.
burgers, and I'm like, you know what? This is the place you're going to come, and you're not going to be good.
Right.
Okay, this is not the place you're coming for the veggie salad.
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a mindset. You're coming here. You're gonna enjoy yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not gonna have that. Don't come here with that mindset. You came to the wrong place.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right.
Go into the
Listen,
vegetable market.
go to
and get-
vegetables. Yeah,
I
go to-
can't, Again, we can't be everything to everybody. I want to really be good at this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
You
is
know what I
smart,
mean?
Which is really smart.
Yeah, we're really quick at it. We're good at it. You know what I mean? And that I don't make it complicated. It's simple.
I like it. I think you guys be here for a long time. You got my vote. I don't think it matters, but, but
Yeah,
you
no,
guys,
listen, every
this is
vote
great.
matters.
I gotta get the wife a chicken burger.
I got to do the same thing.
She told me to get her a chicken burger.
Yeah, they're really, really,
The
really
chicken
good.
burgers are good.
Absolutely.
And nobody's fighting over it either. Nobody's fighting over you.
Nobody.
Chicken sandwich.
Oh, the chicken
The
sandwich
delicious
mayhem. Have you heard of
Chicken
this?
sandwich, man.
What's that?
The
Oh,
Popeye's
you're
chicken
talking about
sandwich.
the Popeye, yeah. No, did they create that havoc? Did they not create that havoc?
Right.
You know, I don't know.
Who knows? But
Well, right here on Old Country Road, you have a Popeyes, and directly across the street's the brand new Chick-fil-A.
oh,
Like literally
Yes.
Right.
Yes. They put
over here.
Yes.
Oh,
right
yeah.
across from each other.
Well, we wouldn't know on Sunday, right? They don't open Sunday.
They don't open
No,
Sundays,
no.
but I passed there yesterday, and you know what Chick-fil-A's there. They
Yeah.
already have
Line out there.
havoc. Yeah,
Havoc.
Taking over.
yeah.
Taking over.
But I will say this: that same Popeyes I passed again because I'm in this industry, so I
Right.
you know
So you're looking at it.
I'm
differently.
looking at it differently, and that Popeyes had havoc.
Havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Havoc.
over that sandwich.
Love that
Yeah.
word. Havoc.
Having
Yeah.
over a cent.
They
Havoc
did.
over
And
sandwich.
the thing about a Chick-fil-A is that what you talked about earlier, it's the customer service at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
That's the thing that puts them over the top of
Yes.
other people in that market. It's their customer service. I dare you to go into a Chick-fil-A and find somebody who
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
because that's not happening.
no,
That's
no,
not
no,
happening.
no.
Somebody offered me one chicken finger at Chick-fil-A. One. So you can have one chicken finger. I said, wait a minute. You will make me one chicken finger at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They are big
Big
on
customer
that.
service. Yeah. They call you by your name, and sometimes I'm like,
I don't know if that's considered hospitality or customer service. I know there's like a fine line
There's a
between,
bridge. There's a
between the two of them. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, hospitality is when you're staying, dining in. You know, you're staying here, and I come over and greet you, and how you doing? Is your food okay?
Right.
You need anything else? That's more hospitality. Customer service is what you're doing. Front door. This is
Yeah.
what we offer, and if you have a standard to it, you uphold by it, and you teach it to your employees, and say, hey, look, man, you know, this is what we're about, man. You got a bad day, go cool off or do whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
Oh no, I got to tell you, we have really, really, really nice, humble people,
Good.
and I consider, I thank God for them.
I think that's what makes it work. I mean,
Yeah,
the
thank God for them.
You have both. You have the customer that has to make, and you have the people that serve the customer, and you have to know.
I'm going to give you one story quick because I don't
Yeah.
want to waste your time, but it's a really interesting story.
Okay.
If you're in this field. Early on, when I was in high school, I worked for TWA Airlines. Okay.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I work
Okay,
in the
so-
hotel.
Okay. So when I worked there, I got there. I was in the commissary. At that time, they catered their own food. I'll
Oh,
make the
okay.
story quick though.
Yep.
Okay. So everyone starts off in there. I'm in there, and they used to have carts that used to walk down the aisle, and the stewardesses used to hand out the food. Okay. Now, when I got there, they would take the carts. They would knives, forks, plates thrown in. I never seen a free for all like this in my life. Every day.
Really?
Well, you want to eat? What do you want? Chateaubriand, wine, champagne. I used to go home and tell my father. I was like probably 19 years old. I said to my father, I go, Dad, I never seen a place like this. I mean, it's like there are no rules.
Right.
You do whatever you want to do.
Really?
We're eating all the top shelf food. They're drinking that goes on in there. It's crazy with the little bottles. I never seen anything else. My father's like, just keep your nose clean. You know what I
Right.
mean? And do what you got to do.
Right.
And okay. So sure enough, they had to slow down. They had a layoff. I got laid off.
Mm.
The next year, I go work for Delta. Right? I go into Delta. I'm like, okay. I'm in the truck. Now, the first day of Delta, I don't care who you are, the first day is the laugh truck.
Mm.
They drive the truck under the plane. No all that blue water in that, okay?
Mhm.
You got to connect. Everyone, I don't care who you are, that's what you do. So my first day, I came a little experienced working for
Came from
TWA.
one to
So
another.
I'm in the truck, and I have my feet up on the dashboard, right? And the driver says to me, can you please take your feet off the dashboard? I came from TWA. These were like bumper cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, these were bumper cars. Is this guy really telling me to take my foot off
Right.
the dashboard? I'm like, okay, maybe there's like one psycho in the group here. I don't know, whatever. My first day, so sure enough, I take my feet,
Yeah.
right? I'm doing I don't want to make any trouble, right?
Right.
Then I go back after the plane landed, and I'm watching the people from the flight come back, and they're sorting sugar and sweet and lows, and they're putting them back in for use again. I'm like, are you kidding me? We used to throw Chateaubriands away,
No way.
right? Like, so
Once someone touched it, it was
so,
over.
so I'm quietly observing this culture, which is completely different from where I came from,
Yeah.
right? So I'm there now working for 6 months, and I'm becoming one of them. I'm getting it now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now they hire another wave of people. A TWA people come over.
Okay.
Now, when the plane came in, now at this point, 6 months later, I'm on a quick turnaround crew. Flight comes in, they want to clean the plane quick because it's got to go back out, right?
Right.
So we would take it at Delta. We'd have to fold the blankets and everything, and put everything back, change the pillowcases, right?
Oh, okay. This is the turnover.
So now a TWA guy comes in and he's going like this to the blanket. I go, oh, whoa. You got to fold that. You can't just throw that in there. Right there, it hit me. They transformed me
Yeah.
from the culture of where I came from
Have at it. Let
to
it go.
Delta. So now I'm finding myself going, no. So I'm like, you know what? So I do believe cultures can change businesses.
Absolutely.
And the culture here is they see I care, they all care.
They care, right?
You know what I mean?
100%.
So
Great attitude.
so
Great attitude.
it's a little bit of a long story, but
No,
it's
it's a
something.
great story.
It's something I lived, and I actually like. Again, I couldn't believe, and obviously we know what happened at TWA.
Right, exactly.
They're not around
Not
anymore.
around anymore.
You know what I mean? And Delta's still thriving. and
Still.
I don't know if
thriving.
that culture is the same at Delta. I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, I'm
but-
sure some of those things are what kept
But
them around.
if they're here, I'm sure that is. So I do believe, and I observed it at a very early age, and I do believe it stems from me.
Yeah.
And these people now, when new people come in, they're like, oh, no. You take that bun,
Right.
you make sure it's got 3 turns on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, even down to the amount of ketchup that we put on is not too much, not too little.
Not too
And it's bred inside of them. They get it. So when I see them, someone new comes in, I see them, what I told them,
Right.
they're
Passed
telling,
on.
They're telling,
they're
passing
telling-
it on.
they're telling the new person.
Good.
you
That's
know?
good. Cultures is always good to have a good culture and a good. It keeps you sustainable,
Absolutely.
and it will provide you with a long
Again,
future.
they'll also see me here on a Sunday morning. If I'm here, I'll sweep the lot. I
Yeah.
don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
So you're picking up trash outside.
Yeah, I'll pick up. I do that.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know
Yeah.
why? For me, I don't like it. And number 2 is I want them to know
That's right.
I do it, and I
You
want
do
you
it,
to
and then-
do it,
right,
and
exactly.
I want them to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they do. And they do.
That's good. That's
I'm
awesome.
very lucky.
Don, thanks so much for your time, man. Thanks
for your
for the
time.
burgers.
No problem. You guys were great. Really.
Hey man, this is.
You guys were great.
Thanks, Dom.
You got a little something for you?
Bought you something
Hope you
too.
don't mind.
Got you a large little sweatshirt here.
Wow.
Little Two Bros podcast.
Feel
Shit.
like
Feel like cleaning up some garbage.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
You
Are
know?
you kidding me?
Yeah, got you a large,
I'm
man.
thrilled.
We really appreciate your time, and for all our fans, come check out Burger City, East Meadow, or Ridgewood.
Yeah, we welcome
Stop
you.
on in. They got a great menu, great fresh burgers. We just chowed down on some. You should too. Bring your family by. It's a great place. And
And now we're gonna take care of the wives.
yeah, now we
Yes,
gotta take care
now
of
we
that.
gotta take care of the wife.
Got to keep these
The
guys
bosses.
happy, right?
Exactly.
Executive
Gotta keep the
producers.
bosses happy.
All right,
The
party
bosses
people,
happy.
you with Two Bros Podcast. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And also be a blessing to somebody else.
I won't say the last part.
Or have a burger. All right, Dom, thanks a lot, man.
Pleasure, man.
Peace.